Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video is going to be the sewing part of this Milkmaid corset dress. I'm already putting mine on. So this is what happened. A lot of you have been asking for the sewing part. I've actually made the sewing part for a client and it came out so beautiful, and along the line I missed some of the clips. I just don't know how the clips disappeared from my phone, so I can't just go ahead and start editing the video because it's not going to make sense, because a lot of clips is already missing. So now I decided to make it now for myself, because a lot of you have been asking for the sewing part and I've been seeing a lot of you in my dream. I even have to lace it by myself because there's nobody at home, just to make sure that this video is uploaded today. I hope you understand. So if this sounds like what I'm interested to learn, guys, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video, guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you to my new and my returning subscribers. Let's get into it, guys. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the patterns on the fabric, as you can see, and I've added my allowance. At the top of the cup I added 1 inch, so go ahead and add 1 inch stitching allowance. 1 inch is for the ruffle and 1 inch for the turning with the lining, and all around the cup I added ½ inch except the top. Okay, so guys, for the back I added ½ inch at the top, and towards the eyelet part I added ½ inch. At the side I added 1 inch, and also at the bottom 1 inch. So towards the corset area, this part is going to be on fold, the center front is going to be on fold. Then at the cup area, ½ inch, at the side 1 inch, at the bottom part, that V part, I added ½ inch. Okay, so guys, this is the rope I'm going to be using to tie at my neck area, and also the rope at the bust area. I hope you understand. So let's leave this aside and work on the cup area. So guys, for the cup area, there are different ways to sew down the cup. So the first way is to go ahead and turn this with your lining, like the way I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to turn it at the top with my lining, okay, because I don't have a weaving machine. But if you have a weaving machine, that is fine, because you're actually going to be following the one at the thumbnail. For me, I'm going to place my lining on the right side of my fabric, and I'm going to stitch at the top by ½ inch and turn it over. Then if you have a weaving machine, what you are going to do is to place the lining underneath, okay, underneath the main fabric, and you are going to just weave at the top. That is all. Just go ahead and weave at the top to hold both the lining and the main fabric together. I hope you understand. But if you don't have a weaving machine, go ahead and do it like mine. Just turn it with your lining at the top by ½ inch. And after stitching by ½ inch at the top, the next thing I'm going to do is to go down by ½ inch and stitch it up. I hope you understand. Don't worry, when I do it, you'll be able to see it properly. So after stitching the top, I will go down by ½ inch and I will stitch up the ½ inch. So I'll also do the same on this other cup. So I will place the lining and I will stitch the top, okay? Then also go down by ½ inch and stitch it down. So guys, after stitching, I've gone ahead to turn the top and you can see what it's looking like. Okay, so this is the ½ inch. I've already turned the ½ inch also. That ½ inch at the top, I came down by ½ inch and I've also turned it with my lining. I hope you understand. So don't worry, you will see what it's used for and you will see the purpose of turning the ½ inch. So after doing that, I've also gone ahead to make my gathers. So go ahead and make your gathers. You can use your machine, but me, I used my needle and thread, as you can see. So it's time to create the rope casing. So I'm going to just come down from that ½ inch we closed. You can see that ½ inch I closed initially, that part where I was telling you that you're going to turn with your lining. You come down by ½ inch from there, then come down again by ½ inch so that you can create your rope casing. So guys, I've gone ahead to create the rope casing and this is what we have. So I'm going to just pass it through like this with my safety pin. So let me just pass it through. So after passing it through, guys, the next thing is to just stitch up this part to hold it together. You can see. So guys, after doing that, now we are going to be working on the corset area. So I've gone ahead to also cut out lining for the corset area. So I'm going to just place the main fabric like this, and I'm going to place the lining on it like this, and I'll stitch up this part. You can see that center front part, that bridge at that part. I'm going to stitch it up, and I'll also stitch up the one at the sides. You can see that top part also, I will stitch them up. Then you also turn the side. Okay, just go ahead and turn the side. Then you flip it to the right side from the bottom part. Then you bring it out to the right side. Okay, so after stitching, bring it out from the bottom part. I hope you understand. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch up the cup, and this is what the both cups are looking. You can see how it's beautiful. So guys, this is also the corset area. I've gone ahead to stitch up the top, and this is what we are having, guys. I've turned it out to the right side. Go ahead and make like a top stitch around that cup area to hold the lining and the main fabric together. I hope you understand. The cup area, that shape at the cup, go ahead and top stitch to hold it together. Then after that, we are going to attach the cup. The sewing of this tutorial is not as difficult as you think. So what you are going to do is to place that rope. You can see that rope, make sure it's on the bridge area, on top of that bridge area at the center front. You can see that bridge area of corsets. You can see, just make sure the rope is on top of it. Then you go ahead and arrange your cup very well so that it's matched perfectly on the shape we have on the corset area. I hope you understand the English. So what you're going to do is to just go ahead and stitch it down. So I'm also going to be doing it on this other side of the cup, so that in case if you didn't get the first one, you can grab the second one. So you can see the way I'm placing the cup. Make sure the rope is directly on that bridge, on the top of the bridge, okay, of the corset, just like that. So guys, after doing that, now we are going to work on the back pattern. So for the back pattern, I've gone ahead to cut out the lining and the main fabric. So we have 4 of it. I'm using the main fabric as the lining also. So I will just stitch up the top, and after that, I've gone ahead to cut out these pieces which I'm going to use for the loop. So I think the length of each of them is 2.5. So just go ahead and cut as many as you can and place it inside like this. You can see after stitching the top, you place one underneath like that. Then you space them by 1.5 inches. I hope you get what I'm saying. Space each of them by 1.5 inches. So from the bottom, you go up by 1 inch. Just leave 1 inch stitching allowance at that bottom, okay? So guys, I've gone ahead to place the loops, and as you can see, I've also gone ahead to create my boning channel at that part. So make sure you do yours so that by the time you lace it up, that part is not going to skew, it's not going to rumple, okay? So just add your boning at that part. So I use a plastic boning. That is the only part I'm going to be adding my boning. So to make this dress sit properly on you, you have to use a lot of boning. So guys, this is what we have at the front area. As you can see, how beautiful it's looking. So it's time for you to add your boning. So you can make use of a plastic boning or a sewable boning, whichever one you want. And you can also make the boning visible at the top of the fabric, or you can make like an inner boning casing. Okay, I hope you understand. So whichever one you use, for the sake of this tutorial, I will not be using a boning, just at that part, just at the back area. That is where I'm going to be adding my boning. So guys, this is what we are having now. You can see how it's looking so beautiful. You can see the cup is coming out. So at this point, you can also add your underwire. If you have an underwire, you can just add it to boost up the bust area, okay, to lift it up more. So you can add your underwire at the under bust area. I hope you understand. So after doing that, now the next thing now is to place the back so that we can stitch up the side. So go ahead and stitch up the side with your body measurement. So make sure you subtract some inches away from your body measurement. Like your bust measurement, you can subtract about 1 inch. Your waist, your under bust, subtract 1 inch. Okay, this is a corset, so that it has like a fitting at those areas. So guys, this is it. After stitching, this is what we have now. So we are going to be trimming off the excess we have, so you can see the way I'm placing my tape. Okay, so just go ahead and determine your half length. So for the back, we are going to subtract ½ inch from that back. Remember, the back is always shorter than the front, so you make sure you subtract about ½ inch from the back. For the front, you are going to take note of your half length. Remember the 5 inches we added for the basque, then you add ½ inch to it, making 5.5 inches for stitching allowance. I hope you understand. Then after that, you go ahead and trim off any excess at that part. We are not cutting off anything, it's just to trim off the lining, the excess lining we have. The only place we are cutting out is the back, so we need it to be shorter than that of the front. I hope you understand. So you're going to make like a slant line from that part where the loop is, the center back. You make like a slant line all the way to the side. Okay, so that is it, so that the back can be shorter than the front. Then I've gone ahead to trim off the excess lining I have there. So you can see what we have now, looking so beautiful. So we are almost close to the end of this tutorial. So the next thing is to open it up now like this. I've gone ahead to open it, and don't forget to pipe the rough edge at that cup area. Okay, any rough edge, you make sure you pipe it or you weave it so that it doesn't fray. The next thing to do now is to go ahead and attach the bottom part, which is the gathers. So my fabric is very small. I think I used 2 yards of this fabric or 1.5. I'm not really sure, but I know the fabric was very small. And the fabric I'm using is a soft silk, so I will advise you to make use of a crepe fabric, okay, or a thick silk fabric. So this one I'm using is very light compared to the one I made for a client. So after that, guys, I'm also going to go ahead and add my strap. So go ahead and add your strap. Okay, so when you're adding the strap, don't make it straight, you kind of slant it a bit. Okay, because the straps are not straight, they are slanted. I hope you understand, so that it will go over to your neck area. So guys, after doing that, this is the loop. I've gone ahead to stitch it down, and you can see how beautiful it is. You can see now this is the gathers. So I have little gathers because the fabric was not enough. So please, if you are making yours, make sure you use about 3 yards of fabric or more, so depending how full you want it to be. So the next thing now is to attach the zipper. Okay, I'm sorry to use this black zipper, that is what I have for now. While attaching your gathers on the bottom part, please make sure to leave your zip allowance of 2 inches. Just leave 2 inches. Okay, so I will tell you what it's used for. Okay, now we have the 2 inches here before the loops. So 1 inch is going to be for the zipper, and remember, we remove 1 inch from the back while we're drafting, don't forget. So that is why I ask you to leave about 2 inches for the zip allowance. So I'm going to mark 1 inch for the zip allowance, and I'm going to stitch it down to that 7 inches where the zip is going to stop. But instead of marking 1 inch, I'm still going to subtract ½ inch from that 1 inch, the other 1 inch. Okay, so making 1.5 inches for the zipper. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, please replay this video again so that you can understand better. This is just to make the skirt area to be tight and fitted. I will go ahead and weave the bottom, and I will attach the zipper, and we have come to the end of the tutorial. So this is what the final result is looking like. You can see how beautiful it's looking. You can see how lovely it's looking. If you use weaving at that cup area, at the upper part of the cup area, you see that the fitting and the beauty will come out very well. So I will advise you to use a weaving machine instead of turning with your lining. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. So if you do, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and also turn on your notification bell. Whenever I post a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you to my new and my returning subscribers. Bye. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain.